Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Orange Teddy here, and I'm back from the Moxie Toys. And welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party 9. So, last time we actually concluded the minigame mode by showing off both Boss Rush and the unseen minigames we haven't seen throughout this playthrough. And today, for this episode, we're about to, at least in this weekend, mostly for this weekend, is that I will actually be tackling through extras mode, so that how you actually play those special versions of the minigames available from this mode. So here we have Castle Clearout, the only puzzle minigame in this game, Shell Soccer, Goomba Bowling, and Perspective mode. And yeah, I will be tackling all four of these modes, and yes, including Perspective mode. And this is mostly due to the fact that well, I'll explain to that when we actually get into it. So first off, we have is Castle Clearout. That you can play as up to 1 to 2 players. Connect 6 or more marbles of the same color to clear a group. Clear a group of marbles in certain patterns for special results. And this mode can only take up to like 5 minutes to 60 minutes, it depends on if there is actually some more levels that you have to conquer through. But anyway, you can play as either the solo mode or in the multiplayer. But for me, I might actually go for just the single player. I've already selected Yoshi in High Rollers. Yeah, why not? I'll go for Wario. Wario's the coolest character. Connect 6 or more marbles of the same color to make them disappear. Clear all the star marbles to move on to the next level. Clear marbles in certain formations for special results. These formations include line, pyramid, and hexagon. Clearing marbles in a formation will cause all of the marbles of the same color to disappear. Oh, interesting. Hold the Wiimote sideways, press left or right to the D-pad to move the marbles, and press down to make them drop, and 1 to rotate the marbles left, and then 2 to rotate from the right. What's cool about this is that we're actually going to if you ever played this mode before, if you want to get back into this mode again, then you can actually do a level select system right here, like, yeah, and you can also turn either the hints on and off, but for me, I might go for on. So anyways, so I might just go ahead and show off the level 10 and later on, if I do recall that the maximum level, or in this case, the amount of levels you can get in order to get to the end, it was actually be level 50 levels. So there are gradually 50 levels. So this puzzle game on the Mario Party game, in Mario Party 9 in this case, that, you know, Castle Clearout is basically just a puzzle minigame in this game, unless there's only one of them. But at least in Mario Party Island Tour has conciliant amount, or at least it has like more puzzle games that you think about it, like 3 puzzle games. Anyway, for this minigame, it's almost kind of reminds me of Block Star from Mario Party 6. Even though it's exactly the same objective, where you actually have to clear these colored orb stars that makes them disappear for their stars. And if you clear all of these, if you make these star orbs disappear, that means you move on to the next level. You know, just like how it does it. It's very much equivalent to the star blocks in Block Star from Mario Party 6, as I said. So yeah. And also that, well, obviously you need to collect the, you have to connect these 6 different colored orbs so that you're able to actually react to it until when it connects, until it actually gets those little special effects. For example, if I was going to actually, let's just say, if I almost there to actually just to connect those 2 yellow orbs, which I was supposed to, or in this case just only one of them, that what I'm actually supposed to do, or in this case, well, if I was going to connect the like, it's pretty awkward, I'm sorry guys, it's not much I can, you know, just to say about it, but yeah, for example, if I was going to actually place the those 3 triple reds, if there was like, if you see on the bottom that the star orb is actually being covered by the red orbs on the far right of it, and that means if I was going to connect that, then it will make it as a pyramid shape, and then that'll just clear out the entirety of the red colors. So yeah. I guess I haven't mentioned this in the last video in the unseen minigames, is that once you actually play those minigames, you can actually get yourselves 1 party points, or else compared to Mario Party 10, that you actually get 3 party points, and I believe in Mario Party Island Tour you get 50 or so points. So yeah, that's basically like just go along with the stuff. And in the main, if you can hear the music in the background, that's actually a remix of the Super Mario Bros. Theme. Oh yeah, as you can see right there, I can actually connect the those purples right there, and that will create a pyramid. So that means I have to put the 3 on the bottom and 2 in the medium part, and just only 1 for the top. So that makes it a lot of sense. And now I'll move on to level 11. So the list goes on, and then basically if you're doing pretty well at this mode, then you should be able to complete this mode no problem. At least if you're actually trying to figure out the stuff, because well, it's all about level progression. So it's a bit like how it does in the other puzzle games or something like this. So yeah, that's all there is to say. So far in the some other Mario Party single player puzzle games department, or in this case some other puzzle games they did have, since Mario Party 3 did have, well, Mario's Puzzle Party, and as well as Mario Party 4's Bob-omb Breakers, Mario Party 5's Peace Out, Mario Party 6 Block Star, and Mario Party 7 Stick and Spin, and Mario Party 8 Flip Out Frenzy. I think that's what it's oh no, that's not it. That's just a mode in the minigame mode. But I need to figure out what's that minigame is that is usually based on puzzles on that minigame. I'll have to look that up at some point. But as well as in Mario Party DS, that it actually includes the puzzle minigame called Triangle Twisters. Like connect to triangles one form or another. So yeah. And then this we have is Castle Clearout. It's basically, it kind of reminds me of Block Star from Mario Party 6. And then Island Tour actually has 3, as I said before. There's 3 house. Emergency Accident. I think this is what this minigame is called. The hexagon shaped puzzle minigame. And there's also Star Turn on the you know, just navigating for the little wire connection, or the mini stars connection to the actual power star itself. And then in Mario Party 10 actually has jewel drops, so that well, just drops some jewels, and just feels very similar to this minigame, but except rather than just actually taking place in the caverns, and rather than just actually having themselves a little star icon for the bottom part of the puzzle thing itself. So that, unfortunately though, you cannot use the shake the Wiimote to actually just to get rid of those jewels as possible. So anyway, so I guess a few things I just want to explain to you guys is that recently that I've now managed to got myself a copy of Mario & Luigi Paper Jam Brothers. Even though it's a bit of annoying to me sometimes that, well, basically, I did manage to pre-order the game, but for whatever reason, my delivery somehow just got delayed, you know, just like how it does in my Valko amiibo for the Super Smash Bros. Lineup. And that can get pretty annoying to me sometimes. And, anyway, as far as when I got the game right now, which this is what they, the reason, I actually just about to upload those just during the weekend, so we want to get this playthrough done as possible. That but while I play Mario & Luigi Paper Jam Brothers is actually really interesting. Even then, the reviews of that, as what the others already mentioned, or at least in myself, or I don't know, that so far the reviews of that game was actually pretty good. Like, it reaches up to, like, in Metacritic actually reaches up to like 80%, which is pretty good. So, yeah, I'm actually definitely, like, even though for what I played it's actually really good. Even though I was at the beginning part of the game first, so and later on, I have to like basically just know what the enemy attacks are, so that I can dodge through some of these obstacles and everything. Well, in this case, the little attacks in general, and yeah, that's all cool. That's all good to go for this little stimulating stuff. So yeah, not much just to say about it here. So yeah, it's good stuff. And also that yesterday they actually along with Mario and Luigi Paper Jam Brothers, it also has another Mario, no, not Mario, the another RPG game that has been just released during yesterday called Xenoblade Chronicles X. And for many from the Xenoblade Chronicles fans out there, that the reviews on that game aren't as high as the ones that the first game actually has, according to Metacritic. But still, it does have a pretty good reviews, like 85% on during the Metacritic. But at least for what I know about it already. But to be honest, guys, I'm actually not gonna get that game, honestly, because well, I'm just like, even though I'm really I do really like frick, what am I supposed to say? Even then, I was a really huge fan of RPG games, like Paper Mario games. I really adore. Well, except Sticker Star. Although, in my opinion, though, Sticker Star might actually be the black sheep of the series. But at least that's a pretty average game at best. And as well as the Mario and Luigi games, which I really adore, especially the soundtrack. Oh man, I haven't mentioned the Mario and Luigi Paper Jam Brothers' soundtrack. It's so incredible and just a little bit more peaceful and relaxing, and just overall it's really jamming. And as well as that though, I really do enjoy the some Kingdom Hearts games. I think Kingdom Hearts and Mario and Luigi series and Paper Mario series for that matter are definitely one of my favorites when it comes to RPGs. I know there was any other RPGs out there, like for instance the Final Fantasy games, although I don't have one of those. But and as well as the Pokemon games, which I haven't exactly just get a hold of it on mine, including the Super Mystery Dungeon game that's been just released in recently in North America, and we have to wait until when it was like a year release on the European countries. Hooray, got the pyramid! That means it'll just dissolve the just make the green stuff disappear. So yeah. Another thing I'd like to point out that recently I saw a little YouTube video of a little brief look at the Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games on the arcade version, at least specifically the English version of it. For what I've heard of it, that at first thought I was thinking to myself that it actually didn't have as many characters. Well, at least they only got like let's say about around 12 or so characters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 12 characters being playable. Or else during the later one when the 3DS version's about to come, as well as the Wii U version's about to come out. Until then it'll expand the character selection even more, at least in the home consoles, except the arcades. But at least it did only features only 4 playable events, like 100-meter dash, let's say hammer throw and javelin throw and archery. So and eventually it'll just expand even a bit more. So yeah, still really excited for that game, I know for sure. But at least some people, or at least some fans rather, just seems to disappointed that how it doesn't get a first true ever Mario and Sonic. Just get ourselves a true adventure, which sure, sometimes it might be a little bit not true, or sometimes it might be a little bit more luck based you should it be to actually think it's true or not. But sometimes they always brings out a lot of Olympic game series. I mean a lot. Which, to be honest, I don't mind. I don't mind about that. It's just that, well, a lot of people seem to actually just to complain about that little things and such. Hooray! Looks like I actually just connected purple into pyramid, so that means all of the, mostly the purples have been gone. And not to mention the red ones as well. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the yellow one down there. And somehow it's been blocked into the blue and especially the purple blocks. Which somehow I need to actually just to dissolve that. Oh boy, getting the yellow one could be pretty tough to do. But yeah, yeah, there's not much I can talk about for Castle Clearout. It's basically a puzzle minigame of Mario Party 9, so that you actually can play this off your solo player, so that you can actually go ahead and just do some later levels on your own time. Or if you want to play this on 2-player mode, you know, just like how it does it in Mario Party Island Tours, Treehouse, and the Emergency Accident, that basically you can compete against with your friends. Although gradually, in Treehouse, it was actually on during 4 players in Mario Party Island Tour. But hey, well, so in this mode it consists of 2 players, so that, well, there's no 4 players or anything. So, you know, just like how it does in the other puzzle games, like I'm pretty sure that you guys already know in Mario Party 5 in Peace Out minigame has already been in a dual game system, and then yeah. Now, there are some different ways that you can actually let this minigame is over. By, much like it does in the Tetris games, that, basically, once you, filled up the balls, or in this case the marbles, all the way up to the top of the screen, then you'll manage to make the minigame over. So, yeah, that was Castle Clearout. Yeah, it's pretty cool for this puzzle minigame. And also what makes this great and all is that you can actually get some party points once you complete those levels. So yeah, that was Castle Clearout. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. Now let's move on to the next mode.